Hello, everyone. We are back with Alan Wake again, the final chapter of this game. It has been, well, a good minute before I played.
Thomas Zane did the same in the 70s.
You will go no further.
If I continue like the dark presence
Been
wants me
busier
to,
than
the
fuck
story
trying
will
to get
rival
shit to
most big
figure out
dramas.
and all this
It's a
other good
horror
shit.
story. No one will survive.
You know Zane, Thomas Zane. You're the lady of the light in the song.
He left something behind to help me. The clicker.
Alan thought of this as he stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, the clicker in his hand. He took a deep breath and jumped.
I can get to her now. I can finish this.
Pretty much after this gets done, I am planning on doing the Evil Dead franchise. I do have the game of it. I'm not sure how fun it's going to be, but that was the plan. That's my next step.
I needed my sunglasses and painkillers to dull the pain. In one of my finer moments of self-deception, I swore to quit drinking. The sunglasses made the world look bearable. Now I could keep my eyes open without feeling like a vampire in the sun. I wasn't sure I'd make it out there without some painkillers. The pills worked fast. The prospect of being awake started to seem bearable again. There was a message waiting for me on the machine.
Oh, I remember this. What's with the golden guns? Maybe it's some kind of archery thing. Or not archery.
Show tonight. I've been talking to best-selling author Alan Wake about his new book, The Sudden Stop. Yeah, good read. Go buy it. No, it is a good read. Look, I'm gonna be honest here.
That's actually pretty impressive. They got a live action person to do this.
People give me the lowdown on books. I'm a busy guy, but this one I actually read from cover to cover. I mean, I'm a big fan. Wow, thanks. Now, this might be
Same voice and everything. That's impressive.
Based on the sales figures.
Maybe that's the actual voice actor.
But this last book is all about the death of the main character, the hard-boiled New York detective, Alex Casey. Now, there's been a lot of outrage about this. Why the hell did you kill Casey? What the hell were you thinking, man?
Good riddance. No, seriously though, 7 years and 6 books is a long time. He was a gloomy guy to spend all your working hours with, and it was a good run. But it's time to explore new things. My next book will be a departure from the old for me.
You selfish bastard, always thinking of yourself. You've certainly given us a lot of entertainment over the years. And now that you mention it, Casey was a gloomy guy. Never had much luck with his love life with the ladies. Was that autobiographical in any way?
Yeah, no kidding. Casey's lady friends tended to die on him. With Casey, it was all about his pain. No, nothing autobiographical about that. I'm a happily married man. My wife is my muse.
Well, congratulations. That's great to hear. So, how's the publicity tour been treating you?
Good, great. But I gotta say, I'm glad to be back home in New York.
Well, you've certainly been on the news a lot lately. Lots of parties and, You got into a fight with some paparazzi.
Oh, man. Well, that guy was really in my face. I lost my temper. I know that wasn't cool.
You are famous for that temper.
Also write solo books.
Okay, this is actually kind of funny.
Well, your latest novel is called The Sudden Stop, and it's in bookstores now. Go get it. That means the two of you out there who haven't bought it yet. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for you tonight. I want to thank all our guests for the evening. Alan Wake, Sam Lake. Once more, do the face for his Sam. And our musical guests, Poets of the Fall. Thank you.
At least I've been funny. I told myself I could live with that.
You watch the show?
I didn't say anything stupid if that's what you want to know.
Okay, Grumpy. You want an aspirin or something?
Are you going to start with me about drinking now?
You know what? Go back to sleep, Alan.
Jesus.
Now you can't even talk to me?
Well, this morning I was angry because you said you'd be home at midnight and you showed up at 7 a.m. and passed out in mid-sentence.
Oh no.
Are you angry?
This goddamn tour. It's gotten out of hand.
Oh, honey. It's almost over, right? We can get back to normal and you can start writing again.
I'm sorry, honey.
Alan, you're not thinking straight. Just take a shower and go back to bed, huh?
Yeah, you're right, honey. I'm sorry. Once this is over, let's go away together. A vacation. Just you and me. Some peace and quiet.
So that would explain why they went to the place that they did. Tried to be completely off the grid. Didn't work so well for them, though.
Somehow, the clicker was the key to the cabin. I had to return to Cauldron Lake to save Alice. I'm going back to the lake to finish this. I'm going to write an ending to the story in the manuscript on my own terms, to make it all right.
Why can't you just write it here?
The last page is still in the typewriter. I need to read it first. Everything needs to be just right. Zane tried to cut some corners, and it didn't end well.
Okay, ready when you are.
I'm sorry, Sarah, but I need to do this alone. Barry, take her gun. Miss Weaver, close the door when I leave.
Good luck, Al.
See you later. When I got out, it was warm and sunny. I'd flipped the switch of the clicker. Had it done this? I didn't stop to question it. I had to take advantage of the sunlight to get to the lake. On Zane's page, I'd stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, about to use the clicker. That's where I was headed. Alone, in daylight, surrounded by the beauty of the Pacific Northwest landscape. It was hard not to let doubt creep in one last time. I could still chalk everything up to a dream, a delusion. I had enough imagination to make up something like this, having been in the cabin all this time, trapped in a story inside my head, gone mad from grief over Alice's death like Hartman had claimed. There would be no way of knowing. I told myself...
One thing I do love is the open worldness of it. I mean, like, the mountains, the trees, you can tell they did a lot of, like, actual details into it. Enough to, you know, where you know where you're going, but not enough to, like, make it seem like, oh, you could be going the wrong way for, like, 30 minutes and not realize. Something tells me that's not good.
The darkness had touched me. There was a link between us. Always would be. I could feel its presence again, getting closer.
I will kill your wife.
Do I have... I just have the revolver again. Really? Ah, see, this game loves playing that crap. Also, I probably should be wondering about this, but why are there so many cars with just the keys and them just lying around? Yeah, no, I'm not playing with you little shadow guys right now. I have the weird feeling I need to stop here.
Based on the signature in the motel register, Agent Nightingale had stayed here, in room number 2. This had obviously been the room where Agent Nightingale had stayed when he hadn't been busy harassing me.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was a fail. Oh shit. Oh! Fuck. Okay. That's what we're doing now. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, would say it was fun while it lasted to be in a car of safety, but even I know my odds are a little, well, against me at the moment. Shit. Oh, fuck. Now they're gonna throw stuff at me.
What the hell?
Oh, okay, that's what we're doing. Oh, whoa, whoa. How are you supposed to control that shit? Environment around me once again decided to play cock and balls.
What the hell?
Oh my gosh. Ugh. Oh, come on. Start me back here again? Horrible checkpoints. Boo. Oh, Jesus Christ.
What the hell?
Yeah, well. You almost can't sprint through this shit. Because if you do, you're just gonna end up dying. Oh, F me. Oh,
Nice to see you too.
oh, his car from the very beginning. Okay, well that's simple enough. Holy cow. What in the monster truck in hell? Okay. Here I'm safe because the thing can't come through the light. like they're mixing everything in together right now. Oh, a bolter. Yeah, no, not playing that game. Jeez. This lady really doesn't want me to get to where I need to go. Oh my. She's literally yeeting school buses at me. Oh, crap. It's black tar and stuff that if you touch, it'll hurt you. Oh, great, more. Well, I didn't mean to do that, but... Jesus. Yeah, no, they just threw like a horde and a half after my ass. They love giving me a vehicle right after you exit a cave or a tunnel. I guess they knew if you were walking the entire way, it would probably take a hell of a lot longer. I guarantee there's probably something for that, though. that's not the way, but...
I had to get the gate open.
Which means I need power. Well, that was not what I intended to do, but it worked. We're just gonna go with that. Seems they're taking me on a long road. Oh. Shit. Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, I'm getting everything thrown at me. Bulldozers and shadow creatures alike. Oh, shit. Okay, well... Did they really just do that? They really just screwed up my ride. Best be going. Yet another truck. Oh, there's revolver ammo, there batteries.
When I told Barry my plan back in the well-lit room, I'd acted as if I knew what I was doing. I didn't. I was operating on the shifting logic of a dream. I had to fight my way to the lake through the horrors of the night. I had to flick an old battered light switch imbued with childhood magic. I had to write a happy ending to a horror story. I had to save my wife from the dark prison she was being held in.
And then the reality of all of it, you didn't know what the fuck you were doing. Sounds about accurate. Guess if I run out of hunting rifle ammo, there's a shotgun.
I will never give her to you. Oh, that wasn't meant to do. I was meant to... Okay, trying to reload my damn rifle, but okay. Okay, this... Whatever. Oh, lost 3 flares. Oh, well. Got flashbangs, and I'm probably not even going to need all the flares. Hoping. ran out of rifle ammo. I got a shotgun though, so that should work. Unless another rifle's in here somewhere. You really highly doubt that. Yeah, I guarantee you probably could easily just push this and don't. I could see one way of doing this, and really the way would be. I hear them, I don't see them. Okay. Yeah, well, that worked.
I could see Mirror Peak in the distance. That's where Cauldron Lake was.
Oh, great, this is gonna be interesting. Oh, fucking birds. Oh, great, here they come again. Well, they came up from underneath. Ain't much really I can do about that. God, she just loves sending birds after me. Oh. Oh, shit. God dang it, it's a bolter. Another bolter. Fun. Okay. Apparently I couldn't get in the train cart. That's interesting.
Come on. The bolters are getting annoying. I don't even know if that's their true name, but that's literally what I'm calling them, because they bolt out of line of sight anytime you throw any kind of flash, and you can't even take care of the enemies because of them. Get out of here. Damn bolters. Yeah, and every time they drop one of those, more of these guys keep showing up. Like a bloody plague. Yeah, and with how fast they are, they get up in your face, you're screwed. God. Oh my gosh. Shit. Why the fuck is there a boat there? Oh, that's gonna kill me. Yeah, I knew that. I knew that when it was coming down the hill. I said, I am fucked. Wasn't a lot of ways to dodge that. Oh, it went a different angle this time. Sneaky motherfucker. Damn boat again. Oh, fudge. Come on.
just throwing shit at me at this point. Like a giant boat. Really? Ow. It's that sticky tar shit in the ground. Fudge. Okay, not that way. Yeah, I get the darkness is everywhere. Yeah, that's very clear. I know. Oh, well, I'm stupid. Ah, shit. Yeah, I forgot you get hit by the chainsaw, dude. It's like a one-shot hit. Might have to start using the flare gun. Come on. I tried to throw a friggin' flare or flashbang on the ground. It didn't let me. Ah. They're putting too many bolters at the end, which is a little surprising for the difficulty I have this on. And there's a trophy for literally beating this on the hardest difficulty, and I swear if they were to put, more of those guys, it would be physically impossible. So I have no clue what they're trying to go for right now, but... More bolters. That's all you see. I literally had so much flare gun ammo that I couldn't even get more. A bolter. Cool. Oh, see? Now, guys like those are just flat out annoying. I'm in a light too, so that's... Oh, light broke.
Turn back now.
How about no? Is she serious? God, you are one petty old lady.
Alice never loved you.
They love playing that flashback a lot. Oh, we're at the very... Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh shit! Yes. Can you stop throwing everything at me now, please? Danke Staven and all that, but, like, fuck off. Oh, dear God. Ow. Oh, fuck, I fell. Shit. Trying to get through all the BS and that happens. Oh my god. You get hit by one thing and you're already on your ass. Okay, that's not fucked at all. Well, I mean it is, but... Really? Yeah, I'm getting most of it out of the way, little by little, but it's...
Right into its heart to hurt it.
I think that's why there's an infinite amount of flavors here. Oh, come on! The moment I tried to jump over, I got hit by something. That's as useless as a cow. God. Then what's the point of me even hopping over if you're gonna do that? That's my question. Obviously, shooting my flares did absolutely nothing, which, again, was ridiculous. Obviously, I did nothing, so... Trying to find out why. I mean, I can't even tell if I'm doing anything or not. I can tell some things disappear when I shoot it, but that's about it. Doesn't do me much good, if obviously. Come on. Gotta be a spot somewhere. Oh, what the heck? See, that's what I'm talking about. I just wasted all that time to get knocked over the first second I get over there. What's the point? Oh my god. Obviously, I'm literally not doing anything. I would like to do something. Standing here and getting shellacked is not part of it. Really? I mean, do I just gotta get rid of all the stuff that's floating around that's deciding that it doesn't want to go nowhere, or not giving me much to go on, game, other than I'm getting driven crazy by this? Every time I jump over there, I get hit by something. I can't even say timing, because I timed it pretty well when nothing was in sight. Still nothing happened. Tell it just keeps getting madder and madder, but... Oh, fuck, come on. Alright, those two are passing. Okay.
Fail.
Really? Really? It was just timing?
You're making this up.
Tornado Wrangler, you call him the Fury Storm. I mean, thanks? What?
Shh, baby. You were having a bad dream.
Oh yeah, no, this is
It
bullshit.
was just another nightmare.
No,
Everything's fine. You're home.
it wasn't a dream.
Everything's fine.
Turn the lights on. Turn the lights on!
Shh, baby. The power's out. There's no light. Come back to bed and I'll make you forget all about your fear.
My fear? It's your fear. Why aren't you afraid? You're not Alice. Turn the lights on now. Where's the clicker? What did you do with it?
Alan, you're scaring me now. Come back to bed. Have you taken your pills? Do you want me to call Dr. Hartman? Come back to bed.
Come back to bedtime.
I read your manuscript. It's brilliant. Departure is your best work yet. You're a genius. I'm so proud of you. Come.
Hey, it's the astronaut guy again.
You must find your way to the cabin. It stands in your way. It won't let you pass. It has no heart. It's filled with darkness. You must fill its heart with light.
Mr. Your friends will meet him when you're gone. Use the clicker.
I'm leaving you. What? I'm leaving you. I met someone. I'm in love with someone else.
Alice? No, what are you saying? I can't.
You don't love me. How could you? You don't even love yourself. All you do is torture yourself with the work you keep doing.
No, I love you more than anything in the world. You're my muse. Who are you? What have you done with my Alice? It wasn't true. Nothing like that had ever happened.
I promise to be good. Please, untie me, you naughty boy. I will help you write your masterpiece. I will love you forever.
What is going on right now in his head?
I made a terrible mistake. I should have never let you back. You came back wrong. Your heart is filled with darkness.
Put that knife away, Thomas. Put it down.
Heart is filled with darkness. Cut it out. Take you back to the depths of religion.
Get away from me, you hag. Where am I? Let me go.
Alice! I'm coming!
Your husband refused to do as he was told. All he had to do was write what I wrote.
Now you will never get her back.
I am much older than you. Older than your first work of art. I will find a new face to wear. Someone else to dream me free.
Okay.
I could feel Alice's presence close by. I understood what I had to do now. I knew how to write the ending to Departure. There's light and there's darkness. Cause and effect. There's guilt and there's atonement. But the scales always need to balance. Everything has a price. That's where Zane had gone wrong. There's a long journey through the night back into the light. Alice? Oh no!
Hey, she's back. But why do I feel there was a price to pay for her coming back?
Alan? Alan?
Oh.
It's not a lake. It's an ocean.
Alan, wake up.
I'm not gonna lie, that last part just gave me chills down my back. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. This, what was that? Hard-boiled writer. You completed the game on normal difficulty. Well, so that was Alan Wake, and I would like to say that it was not a bad game, but it was not the best game. So the problem is, I could go weeks without playing this game, and that tends to be an issue with me. When there's a game I like, I have to be pulled into it, driven into the story, and it had a good front at the very beginning. Creepy forest, shadow people, you had a revolver, you couldn't kill them, the whole town thinks you're crazy. And then it turned into like an old shoot 'em out game. Everything was everything was out to kill you. Everything was there. There were enemies all over the place. It wasn't just, and they kept adding new shadow people, and honestly, it's, you feel a little bit of the Resident Evil vibe that they threw in, and then they kind of mixed it with Silent Hill, but then they killed it because it's like, oh well, there's suspense, there's this, there's that, and it's like, yes, it's a decent game, but I would not have even clarified this as a horror game, and that's kind of why it took me so long to even finish the final chapter. Because again, I've been playing different games, and I've had a blast playing them, and then coming back to this game, I almost dreaded it. It's weird, but I don't. It wasn't for what I paid for it. It was not a bad game, but I personally, for myself, would not have classified this as a horror game. A suspense shoot 'em up game, yes. A horror game, no. There's just too many parts of this game that made me question it. Now, Alan Wake 2 is coming out in 2023 of next year. Of when, I'm not sure. I did see something about it. It looks good, and trailer-wise, I might get it just to continue the saga. But on a personal note, I didn't really enjoy going through this. I mean, there were just so many moments of BS that made me really question, like, is this really a game? Like, you make enemies a shadow creature, you make barrels a shadow creature. I'm on flare and shoot it in there, and then shoot it 2 more times, I think. That's what I did. Fired 3 into it. But getting to that was just almost really hard to do because you had to time the jump. And that was the hardest part of the fight. The birds came, I threw a flashbang, and bam, they're off me. But even after that, there was just really no challenge afterwards. Like, even in horror games, you have to add a boss that makes it a little bit interesting. Like, Silent Hill has Pyramid Head. Resident Evil has the Chainsaw Guy, and then it had Sadler, and it had a bunch of other ones. But it has all these enemies that even a horror game develops into. There are multiple good horror games out there that don't need boss fights. Outlast is a prime example of it. Outlast, it keeps you on your toes 24/7, no matter what turn you're going. Even today, I could play the first Outlast again, and I'm going to be on my toes no matter what, because you got to worry about where you're going. You're defenseless, and you have to worry about every little step. In this game, I didn't feel like every turn I was going to make, I was going to run into an enemy that might have tried to kill me. And again, with the enemies being, afraid of the light. I get it, they're shadows, but why? There were some moments where it just felt like they were trying to sling something at you, throw an enemy just kind of out of nowhere. Like, I think, like, in this chapter, I would like to say, right before the train was coming down to hit me, there was an enemy when I was trying to turn on a generator, and he just spawned out of nowhere. I don't understand what the point of having a bunch of enemies to just come at you are. It's not a shoot 'em up game. If you're trying to make a horror game, there are better ways to do it. The graphics were good, the details were good, even the storyline, but the storyline needed so many fixes. There were times I was just confused on what I was playing. One moment I can't tell if I'm in an illusion, next minute I'm in reality, next I'm in a mental ward, and I think I'm safe in this mental ward, and then suddenly it turns into a darkness place, and then all the people inside it are just magically alive at the very end. It just didn't make a lot of sense to me. And at the very end, it's like, did any of this happen? Or was this just like, hey, this is the town, and we're basing everything on it? I'm not sure. If that's the truth and that's the reason, then there's a lot they're going to need to explain in the second one. But otherwise, it is what it is, and that's just how certain games are. Now, with me, I always give my public opinion at the very end of the game, whether people like that or not. That is up for everybody's pretty much way of saying it. Personally, I would not. This was not a game I was expecting it to be. I read the back of the cover, it was like suspense, the photos looked amazing, and then you look at the trailer and they're not going to show you the full trailer. I went in here blind. Really did. I had never watched a trailer, just saw the photos on the back of the game and was like, yes, this should be interesting. I maybe expected Silent Hill, Resident Evil vibes early on, but after like the third, fourth chapter, I realized this game's just throwing everything. Like, at the very end, a boat. Why? Oh, why? there's not been a certain area throughout the entire game where you went on a boat. I mean, where did the boat come from? Why is it there? The trains that they would throw at you, it just felt like they were doing too much with too little. You got a game that's good, you're running with it, but and being dependent on the one guy. Now that's what annoyed me very early on. Being dependent on the one guy early on where he has to shoot everything and you have to sit there with flares or whatever and you have to pray that he hits the targets. You're asking for a little too much there because again, if you don't know what's going on, then he doesn't have the aim that he should, and it makes it very hard to even survive. And then you're having to repeat it over and over and over again. And even some of the bolters, I didn't like those. They're weird enemies. They shouldn't be all over the place, though. I mean, they, on a personal level, I just felt that they could have, scripted them, and the rest of the game would have been fine. But when you have to worry about too many different kinds of enemies in a game like this, and you're limited to what you have, and all the enemies can 2 to 3 shot you no matter what, it makes a game a little harder to enjoy. I've played a lot of horror games. I've played tons of them. I've played tons of shooter games. And that's why I'm not even trying to compare this to a horror game. Yes, they had good moments. Yes, there was a lot of bad moments. But there was a lot of bad and confusing moments. I had more of those than I had in the final moments. And I liked what they did with some of the stuff, but there's some stuff I just really wish they could have cut out. I mean, the 6 chapters of this game, on a personal level, I just don't think it was that good. I don't think it was worth 6 chapters. They could have cut it off after 3 or 4. And yeah, that would have been a short game, but you really didn't do much with the remaining ones. The 6th chapter, the boss fight, was kind of embarrassing. The ending was just kind of confusing. And you're thinking, hey, maybe Alan Wake got locked into this house that's in another dimension almost. And Alice is going to have to try to explain this all, and she's going to sound crazy, and there's too much that they threw all over the place. I mean, I'm not going to crap on them for doing something that they believe they thought was good. They came out. There's plenty of games like this. They believe it's good. It comes out, and then afterwards, you're just kind of sitting there like, was it good? Was it not good? And I mean, that's what I'm here for. That's why I only stream horror games. That's why I only get down to my specifics, because I know horror games. I don't know much more than that. I can play a horror game and tell you if it's going to be good. I can play you a suspenseful paranormal game and I can tell you if it's going to be good. But I played this and I was just so confused halfway through it. Because I couldn't tell you what it was. And that's not something that's for me personally. Now, I'm not going to stop somebody from getting this game and tell them, hey, this game is trash. But honest opinion is, if you guys watch the whole series through, use that before you buy the game, because this game was not very well, I don't want to say published, but it wasn't publicly out there. I didn't even know this game existed. I heard about it one time, but up to the point where it came out, I didn't even know it was coming out. And then you have this game that comes out, and you're just kind of like, okay, well, I'll try it out. But there wasn't a lot of YouTubers covering it. There wasn't a lot of anything covering it. So, for the people that played the old one, maybe I'm being too critique. I've only been able to play this new one. Maybe there's a lot of differences that they did in both of them that could change everything, because I highly doubt that final chapter happened in the other one. I just really doubt that. But let me know what you guys think. I think the next one I'm on is Evil Dead. I'm trying right now, currently, to save up for... There's a game in December that's coming out that's a horror game. It looks really nice. and that one I do plan on trying to get and stream. I do have my pre-order in for Resident Evil 4 in March when that does come out. So that's going to be a definite when it does come out. That I might just stream straightforward until I get bored. Because I don't think I could actually contain my excitement enough for that one. That's one of those games where it's like, I might play 2-3 hours of it and then like stop. I mean, it's one of those that the game is nice, and I might do chapters, but I might just stream multiple chapters in a day, because this is one of those games I'm gonna want to play all day. There's no doubt about it. This is one of those games I don't think I'm gonna be able to stand away from. Versus this one, again, I was able to take a whole week off and kind of forgot it existed. And then there's another game just like that I'm dealing with, and that's Dying Light 2. To anyone that played the first one, it was good. The second one, it's just not that good. And I'm not even going to go into that because this is on an Alan Wake video, not Dying Light 2. But I do want to say to everybody that watched, thank you for watching. We're going to get into, like I said, Evil Dead probably next week. It could be this week, could be next. I haven't even downloaded it, so that's a big thing. So I'm going to try and get through to that one. I'm not sure how good it is. I've heard it's pretty good, though. So, but again, I heard this one was pretty good, too. So I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully you enjoyed the Alan Wake content that came out. And just be ready for the next one that will come out.